Dharma. And the Buddha taught the Dharma, and after Buddha's enlightenment, Lord Buddha did a ascetic practice for 6 years under the Bodhi tree outside Bodh Gaya, and then after that he obtained enlightenment on the full moon day, Vesak day, he obtained enlightenment. Then after that he went to after the 46 days of enlightenment, he went to Varanasi. Then he taught Dharma there, and he taught 4 Noble Truths. First Noble Truth is Noble Truth of suffering. Second Noble Truth is the Noble Truth of cessation of suffering. Third Noble Truth is path to cessation of suffering. Fourth Noble Truth is cessation of suffering. So the third Noble Truth is path to cessation of suffering. So it's the path of the Dharma, how to reach cessation of suffering, end of suffering, right? Cessation means ending of suffering, right? Or without suffering. So he taught the Dharma, right? So he taught Sutra and Tantra and so on and so forth. Later on, Buddha Dharma was introduced to Tibet, and first master, Buddhist master, was Padmasambhava. Guru Padmasambhava came to Tibet, invited by a very famous Tibetan king, the second great king, Chisung Detsen, invited Guru Padmasambhava, and then Padmasambhava introduced Dharma to Tibet. And then many teachers came, Indian masters came to Tibet, and Tibetans worked very hard, Lotsawas, many translators. In Tibetan we call Lotsawa, means translators. And the very first Lotsawa was Tumi Sambodha. He was the one who created Tibetan alphabet and derived from Sanskrit, from Devanagari. And he was the first translator. Then there were many, hundreds of Lotsawas translated over the years, over the centuries, and until the 16th or 15th century. We have translators, Lotsawas. So today we have Lotsawas, people who translate Dharma from Tibetan into English. And I myself kind of consider like a little Lotsawa, and even though I don't care about the titles. And I translate Dharma, books, and so on. So path is the Dharma, and then Lama Tsongkhapa is the founder of the Gelug tradition. As I said, Tsongkhapa is the emanation of Manjushri, Chenrezig, and Vajrapani. Lama Tsongkhapa compiled Lamrim. Lamrim means gradual path to enlightenment. So Lama Tsongkhapa's Lamrim teachings basically commentary of Atisha's Lamrim. Atisha Dipankara, he was a very famous Indian master, Buddhist master. He was born in Bengal. Then he was invited to Tibet by the Tibetan king, Lalama Yeshiva, Lalama Changchuwa, from the Gugi kingdom, western Tibet. For example, Mount Kailash, Ladakh, Spiti, those areas was called Gugi kingdom. And Lalama Changchuwa and Yeshiva, they were the kings, two brothers. So they invited Atisha to Tibet. And Atisha, first time after he arrived in Tibet, he compiled Lamrim. text we call Changchu Lamji Doma, Changchu Lamdre. The Adisha Gatini Lamdre, Lamdren Tambodero, Lamdren Samna. And so Adisha compiled Lamdren, and the Sanskrit word is Bodhipatta Patipam. Bodhipatta Patipam. And the English translation is a lamp for the path of enlightenment. It's very concise, very profound, beautiful text. Atisha compiled. Then that text was sent back to India. And Indian monasteries, like in Vikamalashila, Nalanda, the monks and the scholars, they were so impressed, so amazed, They were so pleased. They said, we're so fortunate that Atisha compiled this text upon the request by the Tibetans. Because of Atisha went to Tibet, he compiled this text. We're very fortunate. Otherwise, he may not have compiled this text. So anyway, so that's the first Lamrim. So Tsongkhapa compiled Lamrim Chimo, the great Lamrim, medium Lamrim, short, concise Lamrim. So then the Gelug tradition began in Tibet, and then Tsongkhapa becomes a very popular teacher, and his two chief disciples, Kedupje and Gyaltsabje, and they were actually Sakya, great Sakya masters, and the Sakyapa tradition, and they were very great scholars of Kalachakra Tantra, and so on and so forth. So first, they were very curious about Tsongkhapa. They wanted to debate with Tsongkhapa. So they went to debate with Tsongkhapa. And when they start talking, having dialogue with Lama Tsongkhapa, they were overwhelmed by blessing of Lama Tsongkhapa, by power of Lama Tsongkhapa, by his emanation, mind emanation, or his realization, enlightenment, energy, just glowing, right? So they were so amazed. They were overwhelmed. They couldn't debate. They forgot, gave up the idea of even debating. They said, okay, no, forget about debating. We're so fortunate. He is the Buddha. He is Manjushri. So they were so totally overwhelmed. They did the prostrations and then said, we would like to apologize to you because we were arrogant, because we thought we are scholars. We want to challenge you. But we don't want to now. We want to be your disciple. Please accept us, your disciple. So they become his disciple. So anyway, so Lama Tsongkhapa compiled Lamrim text. The Lamrim Chemo has 500 pages, right? So then, now today I'm giving some teachings on three principal paths. And three principal paths are the renunciation, Bodhichitta, and Shunyata. Okay. Three principal paths. First one is renunciation. Second one is Bodhichitta, and third one is Shunyata. So now I would like to talk about renunciation. Renunciation. Usually in the West, people have this idea of renunciation means you give up everything. You give up your possession, give up your job, give up your possession, renounce everything. You end up become kind of an eccentric yogi or yogini, and you become like a sadhu. Like in India, they call sadhu, Hindu sadhu babas, and kind of like that, and renounce everything, and kind of yogi or half naked, and wandering around, no responsibilities. All you do is meditate or practice Dharma study. Right? People think that is the definition of renunciation. Renounce life, right? Renounce, become a sadhu or whatever. Yeah. So, but that's just kind of idea, fantasy almost. Or I'm not saying just fantasy, but that's sort of the outlook, But that's kind of a style of life is not necessarily a renunciation, real renunciation. You can renounce things, but you can still attach to yourself. Because what real renunciation is your mind, your attitude, not what you do in your life, how you live, what kind of outfit, dress you wear, you shave your head or not. And that's not necessarily renunciation. Real renunciation is your attitude, your mind. Turn your mind towards the holy Dharma practice. You could be a king, you could be a queen, you could be a wife, housewife, you can be a husband, you can be a cab driver, taxi driver. You could still have a good renunciation if your heart is in the Dharma, in the right place. If you don't have the right moderation, right attitude, you could be sitting in a cave for days and days, sitting like a sadhu or yogi or monk, not necessarily renounce. Why? Because your attitude, right? You could be very attached to the idea of becoming monk. Oh, I like the idea of becoming monk. Shave my head, wear a nice robe, simple life, no responsibility. People will feed me. Okay? People will feed me. So easy kind of life, you don't have to pay rent. You don't have to work from 9 to 5, 5 days a week. It's just a simple, nice life in some ways. People will feed you. But you can say, oh, I renounce life. I'm a yogi, I'm a monk. Right? But it's not real renunciation because you're attached to this lifestyle. That's not renunciation. Right? And the Sufis, they have saying, renounce, you should renounce your renunciation. Why do they say renounce your renunciation? Because you should renounce this attachment to become a mullah, or become yogi, or become a monk, or become this, or become that, become something. If you attach this idea, then you're not renounce. Just outfit, style. Today we have all kinds of style of people, wear all kinds of dress, haircuts, all kinds of styles, People have a haircut like Kim Jong-un, become stylish, right? And and so anyway, and that's not renunciation. So renunciation is you have to understand samsara. Samsara means wheel of life, right? So real renunciation is like you follow the teaching of Buddha, teaching of Lama Tsongkhapa, teaching the Lamrim. Okay, so what is study? What is renunciation? So the teaching says renunciation means that you have to think about life. You have to understand life is very short. Life is like a dream. The Buddha said, life is like a bubble of the water. Life is like a mirage. Life is like a rainbow. Life is like a magician's creation. Life is very short. Life is transient. Especially when you get older and older. You see, I know myself. You all know, us older people here. Not so many older people here. There's few of us here in this room. As we get older and older, we realize time goes so fast like this. You eat breakfast, suddenly, oh, it's already lunchtime. How did this happen? Right? So you have quick eat lunch, you do something, turn around, oh, dinner time. Then after dinner time, turn around, I think I better go to bed. It's almost midnight. I don't get enough sleep. I already got a headache, so I better get some sleep. So you wake up, again, same thing. Life goes so fast. As we get older, after you become 50, then goes on really fast. It's like you're on top of the mountain going down so fast, right? Like that. I know my experience. I'm still 71. Right? Time goes so fast. So life just goes fast. Right? When you're young, when you're a little kid, when you're young, your life feels so long, as you know, right? I don't need to talk about this. And kids always have bored and waiting for the mommy, waiting for daddy, waiting for school bus, waiting for dinner, waiting for the weekend, waiting for the sports, waiting. Life seems really long, right? Then as you get older and change as an adult, then you have a family and this and that, your life change. Then you get older, life goes so far. So this is why I call life is transient. I like one Chinese monk said, 40 years go by like a clouds. It's kind of struck me, that this monk live in the mountains in China. He said, 40 years go by like a cloud. Clouds coming from this side of the sky, moves on, boom, gone, within 1 hour. Just like that. So, life is very short, right? And you look at in the mirror, oh, I got 3 more wrinkles. I got more gray hairs, right? So you see the age is going past, coming towards you, right? Now I got knee ache, ankle ache, and so on, so. And then your body is sort of saying, I'm tired, and I don't want to do any more this or that, I need to rest. So you can see life is very short. So this is suffering, human life, old age, sickness, death. This is part of life, right? I'm not complaining. We shouldn't complain about life. And life is life, right? Everybody's got a life. Everybody get age. One thing we have saying, God is fair because everybody get old same time. Everybody dies. But, that's what they say in the West, right? God is fair. But in Buddhism, we don't talk about God. We talk about karma. Yeah, karma is fair. Everybody go through the same. Like we're all in the same boat. Samsara. We're sitting in the boat, row, paddling in the sea of samsara, right? Paddling the sea of samsara. So you have to think about life and suffering of birth, suffering of old age, suffering of death, and then after that, what happened? We don't disappear. From the Buddhist point of view, reincarnation, we have next life after life. We don't disappear. After you die, then you go to Bardo. After Bardo, you reborn again due to your karma, right? So you are recycled, basically. And you come back as a person, child, then you start again, all over again. Go to school, waiting for the bus. Again. Start all over again. Again and again and again. Never end. What we call endless cycle. That's what we call samsara. Korwa. Okay. In Tibetan word we say, Korwa dongagi janso. La deva pusa mes. Samsara is the ocean of suffering. No single happiness, even like the size of hair, single hair. That word might be a little bit too extreme. Some people think, how can you say like samsara, there's no suffering. I have no happiness. I have happiness. I'm quite happy with my job, with my family, and I have a good life, so on, so on. But when we say that samsara is full of suffering, means deep inside, fundamentally, deep inside, there's suffering, always. Different layers, right? Layers. So anyway, renunciation means you have to think about this samsara, life, cycle of life. So this is very important because if you meditate on renunciation, bodhichitta, and shunyata, you can become a real Dharma person. There's a possibility you become good Dharma person. Not sort of wishy-washy Dharma people, And you can become a solid, good Dharma practitioner. That's a very important one. And this is why what we call principal part, we have to meditate on renunciation. Renounce means you renounce the samsara, the cycle of life, You say to yourself, I would like to obtain enlightenment, Buddhahood, become Buddha.